Good morning, or rather good afternoon from Lake Lugano in Switzerland. This is our park up in Lugano in the centre. This was full yesterday, but it's been absolutely pouring down all night and all morning, and it's still spitting now. It's just let up for hopefully for an hour or two while we go out for a walk around. I've been doing some editing, so there's not been time wasted. But yeah, this is our park up. It's got all the power, toilets, bits and pieces. So I've put the alarm on, put the cameras on, locked it all up, locked down, and now we're gonna head off and go for a look around. It always troubles me that electric cable can be just disconnected and taken or thieved, you know. And the camera's on, but that's probably not going to do much. Right, let's have a walk down to Lugano, shall we? And here we are, Lake Lugano. Like I say, I came here many years ago with my mum and dad. We're going to go down the bottom. I don't think the vernacular railway is working, which is a bit of a shame. Looks all boarded up, like Wendy says, yeah. That's quite splendid, isn't it? It has been raining, like I said before, all night and all morning. Not stopped, absolutely pouring down. Hopefully it remains clear for a couple of hours, just while we get a little bit of a walk in. Let's go and get on that boat, shall we? So the vernacular railway, or the vernacular railway, I think that's the way it's pronounced, it's seen better days. It probably hasn't worked for about 10 or 15 years. Trees growing through it, so that was never going to be an option. So we've walked down here and the rain's back, it's absolutely pouring it down, which is a shame. But we have been lucky throughout this time away. So we've got our brolly, as you can see there, and we're under that, so we're going to go for a walk around still. And we'll see how much that boat is to go across the bay, and then maybe take that from one side of the lake to the other, and then walk back, and that'll be that. So there's a bit of information on this railway actually. It says down here. And there's Bristol in down there. I've just read down it. Let me read it out here. Built during an age where tourism was in rapid development, the Funchonella degli Aghelli is the city's fourth cable line, after those of the railway station in 1886, Mont Saint Salvestor 1890 and Mont Brie 1908. Open on July the 24th, 1913, it was intended to link the Via Nasa with the upper parts of the city. Equipped with only a single car, it was moved by a system of counterweights located in the tower at the top of the hill. It was a small feat of engineering that ran back to the fourth between the hotels on the lakeside, the Grand Hotel Palace and the International Aloak, and those upon the hill, the Bristol and the Metropole Majestic. Oh, that were the hotels. Gradually over the years it came in to be less used, and then only for seasonal opening. It was finally closed in January 1987. So I may have used this with my parents, because I think I remember it working, and we'll have come in the early 80s, so it was possibly working in the early 80s. And as a memory from back home, we've just spotted a fat bob. So I've got exactly the same as that, only with a lot more modifications.
And yours is black.
And mine's black. But yeah, I'm gonna go for, let's head this way, shall we? It's quite romantic walking around here with Wendy's squidgy sandals on. Picture.
Oh, I love the
So we're on this cruise liner, and we're going to take a trip round Lake Lugano. It looks a bit choppy and it's absolutely pouring down now. But never mind. Got... Yeah. Something different, isn't it? So this is us on our way around Lake Lugano. In the pouring rain, it's really lashing it down now. Just talking to Wendy last night, we could hear waves of rain lashing against the top of the motorhome. It's thunder and lightning, loads and loads of lightning. I had to close the window because it was keeping us awake with all the lightning that was going on.
Told us about the Harley Davidson thing that had been on.
Yeah, so this weekend, yesterday predominantly, there was a Harley Davidson weekend in Lugano, and there's the remnants left there, basically all the stalls that are left, but because the rain's ruined it and all the bikers have fled, it's pretty much a washout today, which is unfortunate. But we saw them driving around yesterday. Was there McDonald's there, Wendy?
Oh dear.
Just been at Burger King. I don't like Burger King, it tastes all burnt all the time.
Actually, it was very nice.
Why? You said it was nice. I didn't like it.
Shut up.
This looks pretty, doesn't it? Out onto the lake. Oh, see the mountain in the background, Wendy? In the clouds over there. So we've decided to get off at the Paradisio, having gone all the way around the lake, which was nice. Lovely views. Got to film most of it, but there you go. And now we're going to walk off the Paradisio. Sorry, my dear. And then we'll turn right and then head back to the motorhome. I'll just change arms because Wendy is at my right hand side. I saw it. There you go. Ready for a wander, my darling?
Yes.
We're singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, it's
Raining
again. Actually, no, to be fair, we haven't had this the whole time we're toured, so the whole time we're going to... There's the Harleys going home from their weekend away. So I feel their pain because having a Harley myself back in Bristol, the hours you spend making sure it's nice and shiny and clean, it just goes in a matter of minutes, really. That's the one we just got off, the Lugano. You can see the Lugano at the back of it. Yep, so we're going to take a walk, come back now to the motorhome and do some more editing. It's about half a mile back, so might stop for a beer on the way.
Yes.
That'll be a yes then. So from Lake Lugano, in the rain, but still having a great time. We'll catch you later. Lugano, and we're heading north, up through Switzerland, up through the valleys and the gorges of Switzerland. And the views just keep giving. One thing we have to say is, Switzerland's a really expensive place. We just paid, in Swiss francs, we just paid, what was it, 190?
195.
195 per litre.
So it was 105 francs.
Yeah. So that's about €1.80. We're just not used to paying that. So we're going to head north for another 80 miles through this lovely landscape, picturesque mountains and valleys, and then we're going to stay overnight in bit of wild camp, and then we're going to crack on to Fussen, back up in Germany, where hopefully things are a little bit cheaper. I'm going to leave you with some great views now. Look at that for a waterfall. They've had massive landslides around here, absolutely huge. And this on the right hand side is what's left of the river bank, as it were. All this road's been washed away, and I'm going to hand this camera over to Eddie down 6 miles the window. Basically, it's a real mess. Massive landslides. There's amazing views all around. So we're now going across St Bernard's Pass. What a hell of a mountain range this is. We've had switchbacks for at least the last 20 miles. We may be at the top, we may not be at the top right now, but we've been going up for at least, what, 25 minutes, half an hour?
Like that.
San Bernardino, 1,000 meters.
Turn off there, isn't it?
What?
Turn off.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful river down here, lake. Trees.
Oh, look at that.
Trees are in the way a lot of it. Lots of them in it. It's had more of a landslide here. It's a dam, isn't it?
Yeah. So we've just gone through the St Bernard's tunnel. It felt like about 5 miles worth. It was quite long. And now we're on the tops before we start to drop down. So we're on the border of Switzerland and Lichtenstein. The garage door's open because a few things got wet with a downpour, not in the motorhome. I just left things outside and they're drying off. But this park up is fantastic. There's another couple there, and then you pay your 20 Swiss francs in the pub, which we've just had a couple of beers in, and it is absolutely spectacular. That thumping in the background there is that guy cutting the grass, but look how much he's got to cut. That's a lot of grass to cut. Yeah, so the border of Switzerland and Liechtenstein. I'm going to pop over to Liechtenstein tomorrow, I think. It's a small Bavarian village. They all speak German now, which is handy because my German is a lot better than my Spanish and significantly better than my French. But if you come here and the restaurant's closed, it says park for night there, information, and here's the booking system on the board, which is handy, isn't it? Then you get the power. You can use the power, I think it's 20 Swiss francs per night and 5 for the power. We actually don't need the power because we charged up for the last couple of nights, so we're good to go. I heard back from the technical department for the inverter, and they've basically said, yeah, we accept now that it is faulty and it is within warranty, so we will replace it. However, they are only going to replace it when I'm back in the UK. So we've not got an inverter for the next, what, 3 weeks, last 3 weeks of our trip, which is a pain in the arse because there'll be no TV, Wendy's hairdryer and fire stick and charging phones and other bits and pieces. We can charge the phone through USB, which is what we will do, but it's just inconvenient really. So like I say, when I get back to the UK I'll strip it out and then I will return the inverter back to the company. They said they'll either repair it or they replace it. Either way, I'm going to get a repaired or replaced inverter. But it's just a pain in the ass, isn't it? You know, you pay for these things, you expect it to all work, and then when it breaks down, it's a pain in the ass. And the company, they won't send to to an address abroad, basically, which is what I was prepared to do. It's got to be they receive the old one, they try and repair it, and then they send a new one or the repaired one. Still, never mind. So the sun's out again. Yesterday was absolutely shocking, although yesterday afternoon it cleared up. Yeah, we had a walk down by Lake Lugano yesterday. You'd have seen the video, and that was lovely. It was weird though to walk in the rain. It hasn't rained, we haven't seen rain for a long time. Right. So tomorrow it's up to Fussen. And we're going to stop at Fussen and then we're going to recalibrate ourselves and then we're going to do the romantic road. So I reckon we've got another 3 weeks of this tour back to the UK. I reckon about 3 weeks worth. But from an excellent park up, again found on Park for Night, surrounded by absolute splendour, nature, wildlife, and a couple of good pubs. I'm going to sign off now, and we will see you tomorrow. So here we are in Vaduz. Vaduz is the capital of Lichtenstein, and we're going to go have a walk around the city of Vaduz.
We're here.
Oh, 1 second, see if you can get that.
Yeah.
Vaduz. We're going to see if we can have a walk around the town or the city, and then maybe go up to the castle if we've got time. But today I want to make tracks to Fussen, and Liechtenstein is only a small country, so it's just a look round. Catch you in town. So that's the castle of Vaduz. We're going to walk down here into the town. So the first thing you notice in Liechtenstein, the first thing I notice anyway, they've got these really cool black car registration plates. FL. Looks really groovy actually. I quite like them, as opposed to the white ones or the yellow ones that we have. So we're going to see what's going on here.
We'll find out how much the train is.
Yeah. So I think this is as close as we're going to get to Lichtenstein Castle, Vaduz Castle. We've just gone up for a tour, and the next one is at 1 o'clock for the little trains because they get booked out with groups. So we're going to go for a walk around town and then we're going to be on our way, which is a shame really, but it's only 10:30 now.
Yeah.
Don't know, we'll go have a look. So we're now in Vaduz town centre, and we're going to just have a look around, find out what's what. It's quite quiet actually, loads and loads of groups around. Strange arty building up there.
The rat house.
That's the town hall,
Yeah.
in German. This must be the centre of the town then. So it turns out that Vaduz is very touristy, as you'd like to expect really. We've had a good look around town and a couple of monuments, a couple of churches to see, but really it's a town size area with a little train that goes round and takes people around, but like I say, it's booked up until 1 o'clock and it's now only 10:30, and this was only going to be a stop off anyway because Liechtenstein's a small country. So now we're going to make our way back to the motorhome and we're going to head on up to Fussen, see where the road takes us.
Oh, what a journey we've had. We started off in Lichtenstein and then we drove through Austria, through a huge tunnel that, if I'm honest, I can't remember the name of, and now we're back in Germany, good old Deutschland, heading towards Fussen, where we're going to spend the night, maybe 2 nights. It's Wendy's birthday today, so happy birthday to Wendy.
Yeah.
So we'll probably spend a couple of nights there, maybe have an admin day tomorrow. We've got a bit of washing to do and, well, general admin to do. And then we'll organise ourselves to do the romantic road, which leads us from Fussen to Würzburg, and then from there we're going to head up to Paderborn. But first we're going to get to Fussen, sort ourselves out, find somewhere with wash machines and dryers and all that kind of admin stuff, and then settle in and go out for a couple of drinks later on, I think. Take the birthday girl out for a couple of drinks. But it's been quite a pleasant journey actually.
So over there is Oberstdorf and Jungholz, which is where we used to ski when we lived here a long time ago. Lots of happy memories.
Wendy was saying that, just being in the window there, Wendy was saying that the Jungholz, we actually went there quite a few times, and it was when the boys were really young. And probably Alex might remember it, but Daniel won't, I don't think. In fact, Alex learned to snowboard there.
So we're now driving through the very pretty Fussen to our campsite.